Hello dear friends, I'm Roland Gunther, homeopath in Royston on Vancouver Island, and I'm here just next to a totem pole that's lying here to rest, to slowly deteriorate and go back to Mother Earth. This totem pole is in the Philberg Park in Comox, and it had been put up in 1993 to commemorate the ancestors. And because it was starting to rot and be dangerous, it was put here when it fell down, and now it can return to Earth. It's beautiful how First Nation people honor the cycles of creation and everything that goes back then to Earth. What we see here is four parts. There's a bear on the base. Then you see here this fin of the killer whale, sun, and the thunderbird here on top. And they represent the ancestors of this land, the First Nation people that have been living here. Like the part of the Pentlatch people represented through the thunderbird that have been living here for thousands and thousands of years. Then the Aixen clan with the sun and the whale and the bear, also for the Comox people that are today living here. There's a lot of story that's held in this. The story of diseases, the story of the white people moving in, and right to the present right now, and it's all represented in this totem. But there's also an older story. When we say ancestors, and then here see the whale and the bear, for example, then we are inclined to put that into the realm of myth. When you think about it truly, then really the beings of nature, they are our ancestors. For two reasons. One thing is that native people, they often say the animals of nature and also the plants and the minerals, they are our teachers because they have been here on this earth longer than we have been as humans. So this is why they are called ancestors. They have been here before us. And another reason is also that the clans, they really track their origin back to these animals. And there's also not only a mythological truth, but it's also in a way true also from modern science, because when we see we all come from nature, through the evolution, we all come from this first living cell that started the evolution of life here on this Mother Earth, and went through the whole evolution to this day where we are right now. And yes, when you think of how a little baby in a mother's womb goes through the whole evolution until it reaches today. So it's more than a myth. This is real, that we are brothers and sisters with the beings of nature, and that we really come from there. This is very, very real. Another thing that I would like to point out is indigenous peoples often talk about the beings of nature as first teachers. They say these are first teachers because they teach us how to live here on earth, how to live in harmony with the laws, with the sacred laws of Mother Earth. And they're first teachers because whatever we know, if it's really true, it comes from nature. That's a very, very beautiful way of looking at life, because the animals, like, they incorporate they incorporate the sacred laws of nature, and they show us how to live here, how to live in harmony. In nature, everything is in an amazing cooperation, so the whole thing works in a stunning beauty. And so this is why we can learn in listening to nature, in being with nature, in reconnecting to nature, and honoring also the teachings of our indigenous people. We can learn how to live in harmony here on this earth. And when we look what we did so far, since in this 150 years since settlers have been here, it's quite shaming and it's quite disillusioning in a way when we see what we call culture, the Western culture, what we did to this land. It's been more an exploitation, a tradition of exploitation and needing more and more and more, from cutting down the trees to hunting and fishing and the whole environmental problems. So this sacredness also has nothing to do with how big these animals are. And I also wonder if sometimes when nature does something, instead of slowing down and listening, because nature usually does not yell at us, she just whispers. So we need to slow down and to stay somewhere and to sit, and then we can hear or feel the truth, or can feel a message. And some people hear it, some people see, and others just know from their heart. And these are abilities that we can train and reclaim again. Because yes, our indigenous brothers and sisters, they have this tradition, they are in this tradition, and they still do these things today. And when I say it's not about the size of these animals, a tiny beetle or a spider, there's many stories about spiders and the teachings of spiders in the native tradition. And maybe even a virus like the COVID virus is not just an enemy that we have to wage war and create war against. Maybe this is also a messenger of Grandmother Earth that has a message that we should better listen instead of just thinking about what can I do against it. So in that way, I think our culture, and in order to deal with the tremendous problems that we have right now globally, tremendous ecological, social problems, we would do very well to heed the teachings of First Nations and again go to nature in order to learn how to live in harmony. Thank you for being here with me, and have a great day. Bye.